Okay, good day everyone. How's your morning today? Alright, feeling good. Now, I would like to introduce myself. I am teacher Jeric P. Armisen and I will be your teacher in Mathematics 4. Okay, are you ready to learn today? Alright, you are all ready to learn. So, let's talk about the mathematics today. Now, what we're going to tackle about today, it's all about, can you read? Double bar graph. Okay, very good. Now, who has an idea or who can recall what is a single bar graph? Yes, very good. Single bar graph, it has lots of shaded rectangles and some labels. Okay, very good. And now, our activity, first activity, directions. Make a survey to your classmates in their favorite sports, either basketball, volleyball, or badminton, and separate the boys and girls. Okay, so this is from the basis of questions like, who is among you here like to play basketball? Okay, lots of you. How about volleyball? Okay, only few. How about badminton? Okay, so none of you wants to play badminton. So with that, make a survey to your classmates in their favorite sports, either basketball, volleyball, or badminton, and then separate the boys and girls. Got it? Okay, write your answers or the results that you can gather, write it on your one whole sheet of paper. Okay, are you done? Okay, very good. Now let's analyze your activity, okay? So can you see? Look at your answers on the sheet of paper. Okay, read it. Okay, now I have some questions here and you're going to answer this one based on your results. Now, question number 1. How can you present those results based on the data that you gathered earlier from the survey? Okay, correct, through tabular form. Now, what graph can be used in that tabular form, or what specific graphical display to be used to present the data? Okay, so no one knows about what specific tabular form to be used in presenting the data. So that's why I am here to discuss that you're going to use in presenting those data that you gather from the survey. Okay, so our topic is all about double bar graph. And double bar graph, it is a graphical display of information using how many bars? Correct! 2 bars besides each other. Okay, the single bar graph has only one. Very good, 1 bar. But in double bar graph, it has 2 bars, right? Because from the word double bar graph. Very good. Now, another meaning for double bar graph, we have compares 2 data sets at once. Okay, so as you can see, I have an example here. But before we go to the example, I would like to introduce the 5 parts of the double bar graph. Now we have 1. Kindly read. Okay, title. Number 2. Correct. It's bar. Number 3. It's x-axis or horizontal axis. Okay, very good. How about the number 4? Y-axis or vertical axis. How about the number 5? Correct, legend. Now for this moment, you're going to identify all the parts that can be labeled in a double bar graph. Now I have here a graphical display of the double bar graph as an example to present this form, tabular form. Now, as you can see at the top of the example, we see most favorite sports. So when you see this one phrase or statement that can be found at the top of the tabular form, it is correct, the title, that what it is all about. Now, after the title, you can see the vertical line. Kung may tag vertical line, that means V, varog. Kung may tag horizontal line, that is ho, higda. Okay, now, y-axis or the vertical axis, so these are the vertical axis. So y-axis, we have, correct, this is the label for the y-axis. The number of students, correct. Now, estimating the number of students, we have 0, 5, 10, 15, and 20. Okay, how many estimated students are there to be found in tabular form? Correct, we have 0, 5, 10, 15, and 20. Now, we're done with the y-axis. How about the x-axis or the horizontal axis? Very good. Katong pahigda from left to right. Now, as you can see, it is labeled called correct sports. Now, we have 3 sports that mentioned here in the tabular form, in double bar graph. The first one is, kindly read, correct, basketball, volleyball, and correct, badminton. Now, we're done with the title, y-axis, x-axis, and okay, let's proceed to the bar, the most important thing that can be found in the double bar graph. So this is called bar. So can you locate where the bar is? Very good. So this one you can see the blue ones, the pink ones. So this is usually in a rectangle form. So these are the bars. Okay, now for the legends. So with the blue ones, it indicates what gender? Correct, boys. And for the pink, it represents girls. Correct. So that is the legend. Legend, it identifies of what bar you are referring to. Understood? Okay. Now, in identifying number of students in each sport, okay, for example, in the basketball, what is the blue representing for? Correct, the boys. Now, in basketball sport, how many students or how many boys students that wants to play or most favorite sport is basketball? How many students are there? Okay, 20. And how about for girls? Okay, only 15 girls wanted to play basketball. Okay, let's proceed to the volleyball. Correct, boys only has 15 number of students that wants to play volleyball. How about the girls? Okay, 20 again. And how about for the sport of badminton? Okay, badminton for boys, only 10 students want to play the badminton. And for the girls, only 5 students. Okay, you got it? Okay, is there any questions from this discussion? Okay, I hear none, so that would be great for you to understand the double bar graph. Now, let's have our assessment. Okay, so for assessment, directions, identify the parts of the double bar graph and write the number and your answer in a sheet of paper. Now, what are those 5 parts of double bar graph? Title, x-axis, y-axis, bar, and legend. Correct. Now, so this is the presented double bar graph, and I want you to identify or label the parts of the double bar graph. Either it is a title, x-axis, and so on and so forth. Got it? Okay, you don't need to draw or illustrate this double bar graph on your paper. Just answer directly, write the numbers and the answer on your paper. Got it? Okay. Are you done, kids? Okay, very good. Excellent. Now, let's check your answer. The number 1, it is correct. It is the title. How about the number 2? Not the y-axis, but it is correct. X-axis. How about the number 3? No, it's not the title. It is the legend. Okay, the number 4? Correct, you got it right. It is the bars. How about number 5? Correct, it is the horizontal axis. Now let's apply your learnings or lessons from the discussion, okay? Are you ready? Okay. Now, directions, get your results from survey you gathered earlier, then construct a double bar graph to present the data. Okay, can you raise your paper where you wrote your answers or data that you gathered from the survey earlier? Okay, you got it right. Now, based on that result or data that you gathered, you're going to construct a double bar graph. You got it? Okay, so what it looks like, the double bar graph? Okay, it looks like this. And you have to make a complete identification or labeled tabular form. Okay? So the 5 parts of the double bar graph must be present. Got it? Okay. Are you done, kids? Okay, great. Job well done. Now let's generalize our lessons for today. Our topic for today is all about, correct, double bar graph, and it compares two data sets at once at various heights. Now, generalization that double bar graph, it has 5 parts. What are those? Title, correct. Bars, correct. Legends, correct. X-axis and Y-axis. Okay, you got it. Is there any question? Okay, I hear none. So that would be great. Now let's evaluate. Directions. Study the double bar graph displayed in front and answer the following questions. Okay, so as you can see, this is the tabular form or the double bar graph. Now, as you can see, it is all about pre-test and post-test scores of the 5 students. Who are 5 students that can be found in the double bar graph? Okay, correct. It is GK, Jay, Ari, Rick, and CK. And now, what are the estimated scores that can be found in the double bar graph? Okay, we have 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100 as the highest score. So those are the scores. Okay, so the legend, if you see this rectangle without any written form inside it, it is referred to pre-test. Now for the rectangle with dots inside, it is refers to post-test scores. Okay, now study the double bar graph because I have the following questions to be answered by you. Okay, are you done studying with this one? Okay, you got it right. Now I have some here questions. 4 questions. Okay, are you ready to answer these questions? Very good. Now, ready? Question number 1. Who got the highest score in the pretest? Who got highest score in the pretest? Correct, it is CK. What score CK got in pretest? Correct, he got the highest score, which is 100. Now, question number 2. Who got the lowest score in the post-test? Post-test, you can see post-test with the dots inside the rectangle. Okay, lowest ha, lowest. Okay, very good. It is GK. Oh, poor GK. Got lowest score in post-test. Okay, question number 3. What score did Jay got in pre-test? Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is to identify what name. Now, we have the given name J. So, look at the double bar graph. Find the name J. Okay, you see it? Okay, J is in the second row. Now, J, the question is, what score did J got in pretest? And pretest, it refers to the, okay, rectangle without dots. Now, J and rectangle without dots. And what score did he got? Correct, it is 80. Very good. Okay, question number 4. What score did Rick got in post-test? Okay, the given name is Rick. Okay, find Rick in those names. Okay, here, the 4th name. Now, the question is, score in post-test. Okay, the post-test, it refers to the rectangle with dots written inside it, right? Okay, very good. Now, post-test and Rick, the score he got is, it is between 80 and 90. That is wrong. It is not 89. No, it is not 81. It is 85, correct? Yeah, clap hands for everyone. You got it right. Okay, before I end this lesson, I have an assignment here. Okay, so this is what you're going to do at your house. Got it? Okay, can you read the instruction? Construct a double bar graph using the data below. Okay, so this is the data in the table form. Now, what it is all about, it is all about the number of students in intermediates or intermediate grades. Okay, we have intermediate grades, the grade 4, the grade 5, and correct, the grade 6. Now, each grade level, we have 2 sections. Section A and Section B, correct. Now, for the grade 4, Section A, we have 45 students. Now, how about for Section B? How many students we got here? Correct, 50. For the grade 5, Section A, how many students are there? Right, 45. And for the Section B, also 45. Okay, now for grade 6. Correct, 35 for Section A and 42 for Section B. Okay, can feel that you really understood our topic for today. So is there any other questions or what makes you wonder that make you have some trouble to adapt or absorb the lessons that we have today? Okay, I hear none. So you really understood our topic for today. So I hope you really learned something from my discussion. So that would be all, class. I hope see you around. So that would be all. Thank you. Bye.